All right, how we doing, Patriot fans? Welcome to this episode of the PrimeTime Patriots podcast. As always, I'm your host, Jake Mott. Alongside me is Ryan Matson. Excited, or somewhat excited, I guess, to talk about another close, winnable game for the Patriots against the Cowboys. Let you kick it off.
Yeah, so definitely disappointing to see the loss, especially after such a hard-fought game. Offensively, I thought we played pretty well. Defensively, I thought we played pretty well. Overall, it was a good game. You just couldn't hold them in overtime. It was just tough to watch that happen, especially with John Jones going down. We talked about this, but that probably hurt him the most with Mills on him at the end on Lamb.
Yeah, CD
not
started
really
cooking.
Not really his typical spot on defense for Mills there, but got to make it work, and they didn't. So
Yeah, I got to agree with you. I feel kind of the same way. It's hard to be too disappointed because we went into this, we both had them losing. And if we said we were going to lose this game by a touchdown at the end of the day, I think we'd both say that's very reasonable. That would have made sense. But it is tougher, obviously, when it's that close. They had a drive at the end where they could have closed it out, things like that.
And then they get the ball in overtime first, and they didn't.
Yeah, so it definitely sucks with all the opportunities. But trying to look at it from the perspective we had going in, it was a good performance for the team. They did a lot of things well, but a loss is a loss. And now you're 2-4, which is very tough.
Very tough.
The highlight for me from this game was the first 5 minutes. They go for it on fourth down. They're trying to make a statement at
Dallas,
midfield, or even before midfield. They're on their own 38 or something like that. Yeah, and defense steps up, makes a big play. Crowd gets into it. You drive right down, score a touchdown. You're up 7-0.
Absolutely.
And that was awesome. It happened consistently. The Cowboys kept shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
A bunch of penalties, and even I think your defense looked pretty good. Run defense in particular. All things considered, I mean, both Pollard and Zeke averaged just over 4 yards a carry, which would be
4.1.
Yeah, which that would seem that's not great, which it isn't, but that's a great offensive line. This is a run defense that has been struggling against mediocre backs.
Yep.
So to see them come up against two quality backs, Zeke's, I might even say, still elite.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah, so you're going up against great backs and a top 5 line, and they played pretty damn well.
Dallas has arguably the best line in the NFL, so playing that good against a rush with against the Cowboys is really good. Zeke with 17 carries, 69 yards. Pollard 10 carries, 41. So
no touchdowns either, which is nice. We really did see. I don't watch the Cowboys and outside of prime time or I don't go out of my way, but Dak Prescott's the real deal, man.
Oh yeah,
he makes. I mean, and I knew he was. I wasn't questioning. I know for a while it took people.
Yeah, when he signed that
him.
max contract, a lot of people were like, I don't know, he might not be it. But I mean, this year in particular, he's been balling.
Absolutely. With a quarterback, for me, it's always come down to that feeling of supreme confidence that you're going to get. When Brady was here, I felt like I was going to win every game, and I felt like the right decision, or at least an educated decision, was going to be made by the quarterback every single play. That's how it feels with Dak. You never feel like he's going to kill himself or make a stupid play.
He really reminds me of Drew Brees in the leadership that he really takes on with the whole team. You can see it. He just runs that offense, runs that team.
I agree. I like that comp a lot. Yeah, no, he's really special. Hopefully he can stay healthy and keep rolling now that we're out of his schedule. So we'll see.
I got him for fantasy too. So
yeah, can't hurt.
Yeah.
Let's see. No pass rush, virtually at all. You got no sacks this game. I think that does speak. We got to give a lot of credit to Dak in this case as well. He's so great at avoiding pressure. There were a shitload of times in this game where we were pressuring him, we had him on the move, and he makes a great throwaway, or he puts it where he has to put it, and just ends the play and doesn't take negative yards. And again, that stellar offensive line, they did a great job too. So
yeah, they did. I think biggest thing for us this week was definitely getting the run game going again.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Harris looked really good. I want to say he had 101 on the ground. Yep, 18 for 101. He averaged 5.6 with a touchdown.
That's good to see. That's his first game over 100 since week 1.
Since
correct?
week 1 when he fumbled.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
And then Stevenson actually did step up in the run game and the pass game. He had 5 carries, 23 yards. He averaged 4.6, and he had his first NFL touchdown.
Yeah, that's huge, too. You're in desperate need of a quality back. And not even a quality, just... Yeah, quality, I guess, is the word. Average. Solid, consistent back play. Yeah, you just don't have it.
And we
right
were
now.
talking about this with Bolden. I would rather Stevenson as a back. Mm-hmm. The thing about Bolden, though, is he's going to take care of the ball. You know what you're getting out of him. Mm-hmm. Stevenson, he could pop. He could be a bust. But so far, especially at a last game, he looked really good. Mm-hmm. Earlier in the year, he was not... he didn't look good at all.
He's such a great pure runner. For me, it really comes down to the other things for him, like the pass protection.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Can he run routes if he has to? Is he completely one-dimensional? I think it's just going to be things like that.
He did have 3 catches, 39 yards.
Okay, so yes, that's right. I felt like he got incorporated a little bit into the pass game. That's really encouraging because that's a guy immediately you would assume, oh, he's coming in the game. They're trying to pound the ball. Exactly. They're trying to get running. If you can maintain a little bit of diversity when he's out there, that just makes him that much better.
Absolutely.
So that should be good. For the pass rush, though, where we really didn't have much, a big thing for me was Jamie Collins. I thought we were going to see some more Jamie Collins in this game. He only got 17 snaps, which was 19%, less than a fifth of the total defensive snaps. And I think this would make sense if you were adding a guy who, you're not comfortable with or anything like that. Yeah. But he's been here twice. Yeah. It's his third stint. You got the same coordinator who was here when he was playing defense over here. I don't see, when you're so desperate for help in the pass rush and in the run, which are areas that he excels at, to keep him sitting is just a little weird to me.
Yeah, I agree with that. I thought that was the biggest concern defensively as well. Not a lot of pressure at all. Like we said, though, Dak definitely good at avoiding the pressure, avoiding the sacks. And also, they also have probably top 5, top 3, one of the best lines in the league. So, you can't be too disappointed, but definitely, especially with Judon rolling the last couple weeks, no sacks, it just doesn't look good. But bounce back against the Jets, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Yeah, we better. The low light for me in this game, I was going to say there's a few, but I really don't think there was. I don't think there was a bunch of holes in this game, but the biggest one for me was you get the ball back with 2.5 minutes at the end of the game. You're up 3, and 3 first downs, maybe even 2 first downs, ends the game. Game over.
Pretty much.
You just got to drive down a little bit, put together a few good sequence of plays, and they just completely dud out. They get a false start because somebody's moving. Mac misses a guy wide open. Things just... And then it's 3 and out.
Yeah, that was definitely a big play that really turned tides there. Mm-hmm. For me, I think it was the OT.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it was the first play in overtime the offense. Mac, perfect ball right to Aguilar. In his hands and just drops it.
What an Aguilar move.
Yeah, and like I was saying, I was telling him, he would have gotten field goal range. I think he was getting 40 yards.
Yeah.
Pretty close to 40 yards at least.
A lot of green grass.
And that would have got, the drive going, so you could have scored, and then B, you're already in field goal range at that point. So you're getting points no matter what.
Yeah.
Almost,
No, I agree. It was really tough. We haven't seen a really egregious one from him yet this year.
But I think that's
the first one. No, that's the first one. No, that's the first egregious one. That one is bad.
In his hands too.
Yeah, that's to win the game. And we knew every week, especially when he was blowing up in preseason, everybody's like, Nelson Aguilar. Mm. And I was like, you guys have to remember that this guy drops balls for a living.
Yeah, he does.
That's it. It's his biggest flaw. If he didn't drop balls, he could be a dominant, really good receiver. He's incredibly fast. He's a great route runner. He gets open over the top of the defense. He just can't reel in sometimes very routine, easy passes. So
Exactly.
we saw it there.
Yeah, so based off that play, I had enough of Aguilar. I wrote down this. I said, Aguilar looked horrible. Kendrick and Jacoby are better and need more targets. So
I agree. I mean, even my opinion of Aguilar's role in this offense and what it should be really hasn't shifted at all from week one. I always thought he's not going to be your primary pass catcher. He's going to be mostly a decoy is what he's going to be. He's going to be
a deep ball decoy?
Yes, he has, and he'll make defenses play deep coverages. He'll make defenses respect things and open up the field more.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side of that, if the guy's dropping passes all day, you don't going to respect shit.
Yeah.
Why would you? So, and nobody else can really take his role because, to be totally fair, none of our receivers are as physically gifted as he is. Neither of them are as fast as he is.
Yeah.
They're not
Kendrick's
twitchy. Kendrick's twitchy, but A to B fast. Aguilar's the man.
Yeah.
He's a boogier, and he can take the top right off the defense, and that should be his role.
Yeah, he's just gotta catch the ball, man.
I don't even have it written down here, but it just popped into my head. How irrelevant is, no change, obviously. How irrelevant is N'Keal Harry? What a guy. Sorry to put you on the spot, but
Dude, he had no target. He had no catches, at least. Yeah, dude, dude,
it's going to be the worst.
Draft.
It's going to be the worst pick ever from Bill.
It's up there, at least.
You've gotten absolutely zero production. It was a guy that was supposed to suggest you wanted to keep your guy around.
I think he has one touchdown ever. I think he had it against KC last year, 2 years ago maybe.
Yeah, I think so. And wasn't it an end around?
I don't know. I was at the game. I'm
okay.
pretty sure it was KC 2 years ago when he got drafted.
You're right. It might have been a catch. I feel like he's been more effective. He probably has as many rush yards as he does.
Dude, it is bad. And
it's really bad.
It doesn't help when your best receiver is Jacoby, which I don't think he's bad at all. I think he got so much better.
Yep, I do too.
But when
he's
Jacoby's
just so comfortable
Jacoby's your best receiver, you got to do more than that. You got to get someone.
I think it is. We say it every week. It's still just way, and not even this season, just in general, this year, next year. It's still way too early to just start judging this offense on how all these parts are working and things like that.
We have so many new guys.
Yeah, your top four, besides Jacoby, your top four pass catchers are your two new tight ends and Aguilar and Bourne. All brand new guys. It's going to take some time, especially, I think, like you said last week and this week as well, we're starting to see Bourne kind of get it.
Yeah.
And he's a guy who, similar to Jacoby, one of his biggest weapons is his brain.
Exactly.
He knows where to settle down in coverage. He knows, how to find the soft spot in the zone, things like that.
Yeah.
And I think as he picks more of those up and develops, more importantly than anything, all these guys need to develop a better chemistry with Mac. And that will come with time. But right now, I think we're seeing how important that chemistry is by having Jacoby Myers be your best receiver.
Yeah.
To where he's clearly not physically. He's not better than those other two guys.
Yeah.
But he's just making big-time plays.
Yeah, and he just knows the system so well.
Exactly. Last thing I had before we jump into another quick discussion was it's very clear now that Hunter Henry's going to be your best tight end.
Yeah, I want to talk about the tight ends too, I agree with that. This is a third week scoring.
Yeah.
And, you still would like to see more out of the tight ends. Hunter with 2 catches, 25 yards last week and a touchdown. And then Johnny with only 1 for 9. I would still like way more targets. They each got 2 targets last week against the Cowboys. So,
they actually, I want to say too, they did something really great in this game, and it was a very simple thing. It was a formation that they rolled out where they had Jonnu fully flanked out just like a regular X receiver. I'm not sure. I can't remember what play it was. I feel like it was around second quarter, somewhere like that. But Patriots were down in the red zone, and we've heard a number of times that 12 personnel, which is with the 2 tight ends and the 2 receivers, is just not working for the Patriots. It was going to be their bread and butter this season. They were like, they're going to run the 2 tight ends, two receivers, and then they're going to pound the ball and throw out of it. It's just not been the case. Mac's been way more efficient out of a traditional 3-receiver, 1 tight end set.
Yeah.
But what they did with this particular formation was they put Jonnu Smith out there as basically an X receiver.
Yeah.
So, like, now you have 3 receivers, but one of them's Jonnu Smith. And then you have Hunter Henry playing the traditional tight end. I'd like to see some more of that because the guy's way too talented to not get involved in any condition. So,
yeah, I agree
something's
with
gonna
that.
happen. All right, so I guess that basically wraps up the analysis of that game. But before we hop into Jets, I did want to say real quick, for you, is it nail time? Is the nail in the coffin on the Patriots season in terms of playoff hopes?
I don't think so. I don't think yet. I think, 2-4, definitely not a great start.
Mm-hmm.
But you're playing, the Cowboys and the Bucks are 2 top 5 teams in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And you're playing them. You lost by a touchdown, or 2 points and then a touchdown.
Touchdown combined,
to each opponent. So looking at that, like, you're not playing bad against them. You're, like, putting up fights. Miami should have won. Arguably, Tampa, you should have won. Arguably, Cowboys, you should have won. But you didn't, so... But that shows you just how gritty and how, just how good these guys can actually perform.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think just yet, but it's getting to a point where
it's tough.
If you really start dropping, if you lose another 3 games, you're really pushing it.
Yeah, you're pushing it. And then you're at 10-7. There is the extra game this year. I'm in the same boat as you. I think the nails have been bought, and they're, hovering over
Someone's
the coffin.
about to nail it.
Yeah, someone's coming, but, maybe they need a new hammer or something. There's a little delay.
There's something missing.
Yeah, so I don't think it's time yet to officially say it's done. If I'm a betting man, they're done. If I had to put money on anything, unfortunate. I can't remember who exactly said it, but I heard an analyst one time say that is the hallmark of good football teams, is that they win these games. They win those close games. And if you're just consistently losing them, it doesn't mean you're a bad team because you
can't finish.
Yes, it just means you're not elite yet. You're not great. You're not bad. You're not the Jets or the Jags. I know the Jags just won, but and the Jets won last week. But regularly they get blown out, and that's how they typically lose in bad fashion.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened to you. I don't think you're a bad football team. You're on the cusp of being very good. You're average.
Yeah, I look at the Pats as just like prepubescent men.
Yeah.
Can't finish.
Yep. They're growing. They'll be there soon. Yeah. They need just like those young men, they need another year or so.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I think they need a full year.
So,
because the rest of this year, if we're sticking with that analogy, is just going to be full of voice cracks and awkward conversations.
Horrible blocks.
Yeah, there's going to be hiccups. We got to grow up. I think it. So unfortunately, again, I don't have the nail in the coffin yet, but I think this is a team that's going to be a lot better in the future. Right now, they're not where they need to be. Even if they got into the playoffs, unfortunately, they'd get knocked out pretty quick because of this consistency issue.
The best thing about our chances, though, is definitely our division. Mm-hmm. The Bills are obviously they should win it.
That was a big loss this week, though.
Yeah, I know.
You got to think, if you can win these next, let me see the schedule real quick.
Divisional games, from now here on out, is huge.
Yeah,
if they can win out.
Let's see. So you have, you have a good amount of games. You have 6 before the Bills. But let's play some hypotheticals here. Say you roll in to the Bills game, you win 4 out of these next 5, then you'd be 7-5. And then if you knock off Buffalo, who already has 2 losses, they might have, let's say, 3 by then. Now they're 6-4, or they're 8-4, and you're 7-5. Now we're talking a race. Right. It is right there. It's not. The problem comes down to you're going to have to at least split these games with the Bills.
Yeah.
If you want a chance.
Exactly.
And I don't know.
Or hope that someone in the AFC you can beat and have the same record, and you just get in based off that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to have to be some weird stuff. Again, I don't think, especially we'll get into it soon.
And that's a tough next, 6 games we got here?
I don't think it's crazy tough.
I mean, Chargers...
The Chargers, I don't think, are phenomenal.
No, especially what the Ravens did to them.
Yeah, exactly.
And
then
I don't think the Panthers are a bad team. I really don't.
They're not bad, but I'm not scared of them. You should win. You should be able to win the game.
I'm scared of the Browns if Baker's healthy.
Yeah, but that helps that it's at home. You're at home.
True.
Against the Browns.
Falcons should be an easy win.
Mm-hmm.
Titans is going to be good.
That should be a good game, yeah.
And then you're left for the Bills after that.
Oh, man, dude, I'm very worried about what Derrick Henry's going to do in that game.
Yeah.
But, hey, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yep.
Thank you guys for watching the first half. We're going to hop into the second half now where we break down Patriots-Jets. All right, everybody, going to hop into this week.
Against the Jets?
6? Week 6, Mocha? Week 7, because you're 2-4. Yep. Yeah, math. So, yeah, this week against the Jets, it's your second time playing this team. Beat them up pretty good the first time.
Yeah.
Got 4 turnovers from Zach Wilson, so that helped.
Yeah.
But I think both of these teams have changed a fair amount since then. I think the Patriots, I'm a little biased, but have changed a little bit more.
I think so too, yeah.
Especially offensively. I think they should be able to really... There's been slight caveats at every point with this offense where it's like, oh, they're coming into their own, but they got the Bucs this week. That's a good defense. Oh, like, they're starting to gel. Oh, and they're at home. It could be a good week. Oh, but they're playing the Cowboys. We've got a really good defense. So, this is the first game. You could say Houston. Yeah, let me clear that, because Houston, you could have said it. But this is the second opportunity where there's really no reason you shouldn't come out and show up.
Yeah, exactly.
Offensively, like, the gears should be starting to turn, and you should know who your go-to guys are, what your best plays are, things like that. How to take care of, most importantly, take care of your goddamn quarterback.
Exactly.
But we'll see.
Yeah. So I think the biggest things for this week is, again, run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get Harris rolling still. I mean, he had a great game last week. Let's keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think another thing, I think we talked about this the week they played the Jets the first week. Air the ball out. I mean, we've seen some more, big plays out of Mac now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not consistently every week. So I just think, if you run the ball, you set up the play action, you can drop it back, you can throw it deep to Bourne or, Aguilar or even Jacoby. So I just think, spreading the defense out, on the run and then deep, I think that'll help.
Yeah,
for sure.
I agree. My biggest key, because it plays right into the run, like you were saying, was you should try to control the time of possession in this game. They've been getting beat up all year on time of possession. They're averaging right around 26 a game, which doesn't sound bad. It's only 4 off of 30, but it's most 90% of teams are within 2 minutes of 30.
Yeah.
And they're way down there. So I think if you can control the run game, control the time of possession, Zach has gotten better.
Yeah, I will say that
since
too.
then. But he's still a rookie, and you can still count on him to make a few mistakes in this game to where you should just be able to go out here and execute in this game. And you should be able to, for lack of a better term, let them fall all over themselves.
Yeah.
And walk away with a dub. So you don't want to seem cocky, but the Jets are the Jets, and we need a win. So
yeah, I think it'll be a little closer this week.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Jets will put up more points, but I also think we're going to put up more than 25 than we did the first week we played them. I just think our offense is that much better at this point in the season.
Mm-hmm.
We've shown it, I think. Even the defense, we just need pressure. We had 4 sacks against Zach the first week we played him. If we can do that again, that'd be big. And also, the offensive line, I think they have been playing better.
I think so too.
It's just we have had some tough defenses to play against.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another week where it's Jets aren't horrible on defense, but they're not good.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
let's just hold them to one sack or, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing I want is Mac to not throw a pick because I think it's been 3 or 4 straight weeks now.
Mm-hmm. Where he has.
So,
yep.
Let's just
I would agree.
Turnovers, limit the sacks, and I think we'll be fine.
I think a lot of that plays into the kinds of games you were playing, too.
Yeah.
They were kind of more force-it games. Yeah. I'm confident that he shouldn't. Like, I don't see a situation where he turns it over in this game because there shouldn't ever be a reason where you have to force it downfield and make plays like that, and he's shown that he is not going to make forceful plays unless he absolutely has to. So, yeah, I feel good about that. I think protecting the ball is huge. I believe was last week. It was either the first or second week that we didn't have a fumble.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I don't know if it was first or second, but yeah. They didn't fumble.
Like to see that continue. That's been a big problem.
Yeah.
All year has been the running backs. Hopefully, who knows? This could be a really good week for Ramondre Stevenson. I really think it could be, and I'm a big Damian Harris fan, but the guy is fragile as hell. I mean, he's always getting hurt. And not fragile in the sense that he doesn't run hard and put his shoulder down. Of course he does.
Yeah, he's just getting banged up.
Yeah, he's just fragile, and his body's getting beat up. So you need somebody other than Brandon Bolden that you can feel comfortable giving the ball to.
Yeah.
And Stevenson's that clear guy. That's why you got rid of Michelle, because you thought Stevenson could be that guy. So
I think he showed it last week that he can do something with the ball. It's just, I think, like we said, the protection isn't there.
The little things, yeah. Definitely.
So, I mean, pretty much what I'm saying here is it's going to be pretty close to what it was last time we played them. I think they're going to limit their turnovers a little more. Yep. I think we're going to do the same. And I think we're just going to punch it in more than, scoring the field goals. You got score predictions?
I do. Right before I say it, too, I think it is important. I got us winning, but I think a win is also very important here because you've actually lost. All 4 of your losses are home games. You have yet to win at Gillette. So,
which is tough.
Yeah, that's real tough. You want these fans to be on board, and if now you have 4 weeks of different people every week going in there going, yep, Patriots got rocked today, and they leave feeling worse about their team, regardless of if you played a good team or not. So I think it's important to kind of I think the support for Mac and the team in general has been very good, and it's been nice to see. But if you want to build that, it's about winning here.
Yeah. So
if they can get a win here against the Jets, make a statement, put up some points, really try to clobber them, I think it could make a statement.
Yeah.
So that's why I got us winning 31-11 this week. I think there's no excuse for the offense. They put up their season high last week against a really good defense.
29, right?
Yeah, a really good defense. So I see no reason why this can't be your first week breaking 30.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, I got 31-11. I think I'm actually going to change that to 31-15.
Okay.
I like Zach a little more. I never hated Zach. I know it looks very much so that I hated Zach Wilson. I don't hate Zach Wilson. He's just a rookie, and he's on the Jets, so he's screwed no matter what.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so I'm just going to say I would love to see a 3-touchdown game out of Mac with no picks. That's what I want, and I hope we see it because I don't think he's had 3 passing touchdowns in a game yet.
Nope, I agree. Yeah, I don't think he has either.
So I think this is a good opportunity to show that. And with that being said, I got him winning 34-14.
Okay. Yeah, very similar scores this week. I like it. Yeah, I think that should be the consensus. If we have a game similar to Houston to where it's a very close game with a very bad team, I just don't know what to say. Because, right now it's really weird. Because you have the Dolphins, who at the start of the season we thought was going to be a pretty decent football team. And then they've fallen off. Yeah. They've been bad. So you had a very close game that you lost to a very bad football team.
I wouldn't say very,
Yeah, bad. Yeah, I'll say bad. Not very bad, but bad. enough to lose to Urban Meyer's crappy ass Jaguars team in London. So, and then you beat these guys, who admittedly suck. Then you have the Bucs game and the Houston game. The Bucs game you should have won, but you lost to a better team, so that's like a positive. It's like, we're looking good. Then you lose
it's
the Houston one. It's like, you should have blown them out. Like, that doesn't look good. So it's been so weird.
They're literally taking a step forward, a step back, step forward, step back. Yeah. That's just how it's been. Like, and then I think they're like trending in the right direction. Mm-hmm. It's just like, they're taking that step, and then they go halfway down. And then they go up, and then they go halfway down. And then they take a full step down. You know what I mean?
It's interesting. I think I just cracked the code. I know what it is. Right now, and this is better than the other way, obviously. But right now, they're playing down to weaker competition.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, they're elevating and playing really well when they're playing against really good teams. Mm-hmm. Bar the, I wouldn't even know if I'd classify the Saints as really good, but bar that game, you've stepped up and played really well against like teams like the Cowboys and the Bucs. And then it just seems like these teams that should be no issue, like the Dolphins or the Texans, you just struggle with. It's weird. So, yeah, it's been a tale of two very different teams and seasons so far. So
yeah, like I honestly could definitely see this game being a very good game. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if you're the Pats, you can't have that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
we thought about the Texans too. So, mm-hmm. Yeah, they definitely should win this game, and it should be not even that close.
Yeah, let's be very clear. If they lose this week, nail, coffin, done.
Yeah,
all done. Sure. See you later. So, it is officially time to fight for your season. Yeah, your backs are against the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all go time. So, with that being said, both got the Patriots winning this week. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. Hopefully we can see the Patriots beat up the Jets on Sunday. Unfortunately, we're filming this on Wednesday. Fortunately, the Red Sox got screwed by an umpire last night.
Big time.
What are you going to do? But hey, go Sox. They're still rolling.
Absolutely.
Go Sox, go Pats. See you guys later.
Celtics, go Bruins. They're all on.
Absolutely. See you guys later.
We'll see ya.